Indra Prabhu told me that wherever I go, I should chant Hare Krishna, even if I have to sing to the four walls. So it doesn't matter, if I have a crowd of 100 people in front of me, or if there's no one in the room, I should just chant.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone together, a little louder, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I grew up doing kirtan. Basically, I started at the age of 5. My parents gave me my first mridanga, my first drum. And I didn't know how to play, so I was just banging on the mridanga, trying to make some sound. And I used to go to the temple and play mridanga during the kirtans. And then the devotees there, they would get on my case, they would tell me off because I didn't know how to play, and I would disturb the kirtan, so I would run off to my parents and start crying. But then I grew up and started hearing more kirtans, trying to copy the mridanga beats and the rhythms. And I had a strong attraction for kirtan. Even through my wild teenage, I still did kirtan. It was something sacred for me. And then at the age of 18, I went to Vrindavan, a holy place in India, and joined an ashram where my service was to do 6 hours of kirtan every day. My father was really happy. My mom, she wanted me to study and be someone big in the world, which it really happened. So yeah, I just packed my bags and there I was in Vrindavan. And I practiced mridanga 4 hours every day. And I did kirtan under the training of Indra Das, who was someone fully dedicated to kirtan. And this is basically where I really got my kirtan training. I stayed in the ashram, in the Brahmachari ashram, which is part of the Gurukul building. And the 24-hour kirtan party had 4 rooms there. And the rooms were about 15 by 20 feet, not very big. And it had about 3 to 4 people living in there. No one had a bed. We just had a small mattress, and that was our space, and a little trunk to put our stuff in. And that was basically it. The devotees of the 24-hour Kirtan had to do a shift of 6 hours. It was either 6 hours straight, or 3 hours in the morning, or 3 hours in the evening. And the hardest shifts were the night shift. And for a year I did the night shift. It was out of my own choice. And it was something, it was quite an experience, I must say. And the mind is special. Around 1 o'clock in the morning it gets, you feel like you want to go to sleep, but at the same time you have the responsibility of keeping the kirtan going. Vrindavan, as some people know, summers are really hot. I mean like 52 degrees Celsius, where you just do nothing and you sweat. And winter is cold. It's like 5 to 0 degrees Celsius, and there's no heating, no ACs in the summer. So basically in the winter it was the same temperature outside as inside. So it was cold in the temple room, so we had to bunch up, and we had blankets. And in the summer it was hot. It was hot outside. There's mosquitoes. So it was mosquitoes in the temple. It was the same thing. And puddle of sweat around us in the summer. It was quite austere. I must say. But also very good for the mind. Srila Prabhupada wanted the 24-hour Kirtan in Vrindavan and Mayapur, so that devotees who would come to those places, to those holy places, would get spiritually nourished. And after Prabhupada left, it stopped for a while. This devotee, his Grace Haindapuru, who is a disciple of His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he came to Vrindavan in 1986, Mangal Purnima time. And Ayendra came and revived it. And he was basically managing the Kirtan party and also guiding the devotees on the 24-hour Kirtan. I was lucky to be his Mridanga player. And I thought I was the best Mridanga player. And for like a whole year, he called me to his room after kirtans, and for 2 to 3 hours he would just lecture me, just letting me know that I wasn't the best Mridanga player. And I knew he was right. He was poking the right ego point in the heart, and it really hurt. I was 18, and there would be days that I would just like burst out crying, because it hurt so much, and still I knew it was right. And I decided to listen to it. And I thought, okay, maybe if I change my attitude, then this might help me, and also it might help the kirtan. And after that, we had really good kirtans together. He taught me it was by example. He wasn't just telling me to do something, and he wasn't doing it himself. You know, like for example, you know, one very important aspect of doing kirtan is to be humble. And one day he came up to my room and he said, "Madhava, let's go clean the toilets." Those were the toilets in the brahmachari ashram. I never cleaned toilets in my life. I told him, "No way, I'm not gonna clean these toilets. Forget it." And he told me, "No, that's important for your kirtans." And I told him, "No, forget it. I'm not doing it." So he went to his room, put on his gamsha, he put on gloves, and he grabbed this gallon of acid and walked towards the toilet. So I was left in my room. I had 5 minutes to think. And I started thinking, you know, this devotee, you know, he's got a taste for chanting. He's got so much love for the holy names. He's an advanced devotee, and he's going to clean the toilets. And who am I? I'm just 18 years old. I'm full of pride, you know. I have no clue what I'm doing, and I can't go clean the toilet. So I just put on my gamsha, ran to the toilet, and joined him, and we cleaned toilets for 3 hours. And it was one of the best experiences in my life, because I really felt happy, because, you know, there was dirt it was basically cleaning my heart. There was dirt coming out, and kirtan got even better after this experience. And also, you know, he's just seeing his determination, you know, to please the deities rather than to please the crowd. He was not a crowd pleaser. You know, he would get on people's case, you know, even guests who were coming, you know, into the temple room and just stand and look and stare at him. He would, you know, scream at them, sing Krishna's names. So just seeing that, you know, he was ready to please Krishna. And because, you know, his heart was pure and he had pure motives, that made an impact on the people listening to him and the people around him. I remember this little incident that happened. There was this friend of mine. He was in kirtan. He was playing kartals. And his mind was not at all into the kirtan. He was totally spaced out, and he was speeding up on the kartals. And after a while, Indra got really angry. He grabbed the kartals away from him, threw it across the room. It landed on someone's head. And then he gave him like a full-on slap. I didn't know what to do. I was playing mridanga, and I saw that happen, and I was stunned. I thought it was funny, so I didn't know if I was allowed to laugh. But then at the same time, I felt really bad for the guy. And I tried to keep a straight face, but it didn't really work. I bursted out laughing. But that devotee is still around. He's still doing kirtan. So, you know, Indra did correct him, but he had no malice in his heart. He did it for his own good. I would say many kirtans that really touch my heart. I mean, every kirtan is a different experience. You can't have the same experience in a kirtan, even if you sing in the same melody. I mean, when we were recording our Vrindavan melodies, this was definitely a testing experience. Doing one melody over and over again, like 20, 30 times. And by the end of those recordings, we didn't want to listen to that song anymore. But it showed me how to be really selfless, and not thinking that I was doing this for myself, but thinking that I was doing this for the pleasure of Krishna, and that devotees would be hearing this, and I had to put my heart into it, and the most beautiful mridanga playing into it. So this experience of Vrindavan Noise, recording with Mahendra, doing kirtan during those recording times, that was really special. I learned a lot from him. Mahendra Prabhu was very sad because he gave me the training, and we somehow got really attached to each other, and I would do menial service for him, go and do shopping for him, buy vegetables and sweets for his deities, or sometimes clean his room. And we had like a father and son relationship. He was definitely a father for me, a spiritual father, and also materially he was taking care of me. So it was something really special. For about 6 months, he was talking to me. He was basically very caring. He was concerned that what will I do in the outside world. And he was telling me Vrindavan is the best place to live, and you should try to live here. But yeah, that was it. I made up my mind to go. And at the age of I was 23. At the age of 23, it's like either you know what you want to do, or you don't know what you want to do. So I was not ready to stay on in Vrindavan forever, and I didn't really know what to do. So Vrindavan wasn't the best place for me to be at that moment. And before I left, Mahendra told me some really deep things that really touched my heart, and that's something personal that I will always keep in my heart.